Good morning, everyone. This is Ryan Hayes with Engage121, and as usual, I am joined by Jenny McDonald here for our weekly Engage121 product update webinar. Jenny will be answering any questions throughout the course of the webinar. As usual, we have the phone lines muted for all of our attendees, so if you do have questions about what you see, please use the questions functionality in the GoToWebinar software, and Jenny will answer whatever she can during that time. Otherwise, we can certainly follow up with you afterwards. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our webinar here. Today's topics, we're going to talk about the new Facebook Insights reporting that we've put into Engage121, and talk about how that works and some of the other places we can go with it. We're hoping to get some feedback from our clients on how you would like to use the massive amount of data that Facebook has available. And we're going to talk about the new fans and followers chart that's now being fed by Facebook Insights, and we've added a new export for that. And then we're going to talk about real briefly the Facebook voice bug that we were talking about last week, just an update on what's happened with that bug. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to our Engage121 application so we can start with Facebook Insights. Now, we've had Facebook Insights in the Engage121 application for quite some time now, but Facebook fairly recently stopped or changed their insight system. They deprecated some of the metrics that we were using. They added a multitude of new metrics, and we've changed our Facebook Insights chart to better fit with the insights that they currently have available. So what I'm going to start with is going to create a new Facebook Insights page. So if I go to, or a new Facebook Insights chart rather. So if I go to add a chart, one of the chart types that I have under outcomes is Facebook Insights. Right now we have two different levels of insights charts. We have the page level insights, and then we have post level insights. And this is similar to what you would find in Facebook natively. So if I go in and switch over to Facebook really quickly and take a look at the insights that we see for the Engage121 Facebook page, you'll see that everything that I'm looking at the top here is page level data. And then if you scroll down, you see they refer to page posts. So those are that's post level data. There are a number of different distinctions here, but one important distinction is that page post, Facebook post data, is a near real-time set of metrics. So the number of people who have seen a post since you created it, that's being updated on a regular basis. You can see here that Facebook is reflecting that as being updated 11 minutes ago. Those things are continually updated and available in near real time. However, much of the page level metrics are not. So if I look at if I'm looking at our weekly total reach for the page, you can see that it's only going up to 718. So that is not this is not even yesterday's data yet, and certainly not today's data. Facebook does run behind on a lot of those metrics, but we want to replicate the values that you see in Facebook natively as closely as possible in Engage121. So we are using those insights. You'll see the numbers are going to match with what you find in Facebook natively. So going through the different sections that we have for page level insights, you notice that we have it broken out by fans, talking about this, and views. So the fans has changed a little bit. Talking about this is a new section for our page level insights, and views is an update to use some of the new metrics and replace some of the old metrics that were deprecated. So starting with fans, the first option we have here is engaged users. And so an engaged user is anyone who engaged with your page. They liked the content, they liked the page, they posted on your wall, they mentioned you, they commented or shared one of your posts, things along those lines. So those are unique users who are actively involved with your page. And whereas you might see some metrics on a weekly basis in Facebook natively, we want to give you a more direct correlation to your particular activities and how that relates to what happened on a given day. So we're bringing in, for our page level insights, we're bringing in everything on a daily basis. So we're engaged users for that day. Likes added and unlikes, pretty straightforward. New people that have liked your page or people that unliked your page for that day. And then the total likes is just your total number of likes for your page. So that's going to match with what you would see in Facebook for the number of people that like your page. Now, the talking about this is, as I mentioned, is a new set of insights for the Engage121 Insights chart. Talking about this correlates to what you see when you go into Facebook, look at Insights, and clicking on the Talking About This section. You'll see down on the lower left here, we have how people are talking about your page. And in the drop-down, you'll see all stories, page likes, stories from your posts, mentions and photo tags, posts by others, and check-ins. Those is essentially what's being reflected here in the Talking About This section. So unique mentions versus total mentions, people who mentioned the page in one of their posts or tagged the page in a photo. Unique is the actual individuals, the unique individuals who took that action. Total is the total actions that were taken. So you could have one unique user who tagged the page 30 times. You would have one person, one number in the mentions column, or the unique mentions column, and 30 in the total mentions column. Unique check-ins versus total check-ins, same thing. If your page has been turned into a Facebook place, essentially meaning that you've provided an address for that page, then people are able to check into it. And when people can check into it, now we can measure the check-ins over time. Similar to how you have Foursquare check-ins if you have your Foursquare venues connected. Unique wall posts versus total wall posts. Unique wall posts are posts that are made by others onto your wall directly. So if someone comes to the Engage121 page and posts a question on our wall, then that's considered a wall post in Insights terms. So unique wall posts is obviously the unique users who are creating those, and total would be the total number of wall posts. A lot of the times the unique and the total is going to be the same number or very close. Unique other are other types of engagements. Facebook doesn't clearly define what those are, but they other types of engagements that might happen with your page and your posts. And then unique stories and total stories from your posts are people that generated a story off of one of your posts. So people who commented on a post, who liked a post, who shared a post, those are all things that generate a story to their friends in Facebook directly. So that's a measurement of how much engagement and activity is happening off of your post directly. And then when we get down into the views section, this is talking about page views, so actual views from your of your page, number of people that that saw it, and total views of your page. And then new metrics here that can be very beneficial are the new reach metrics. So talking about organic reach is the number of unique people who saw my content organically, meaning that they saw it in their news feed or they saw it by virtue of liking my page already. Viral reach is people that I reached via one of my fans or someone taking action on one of my posts. So I can, someone who saw my post organically would then comment or share or like that post, and then that would then reach their friends. So that's the viral reach component. And then paid reach is obviously reach unique people that I reached through my Facebook advertising activity. So you'll see these if we look in Facebook directly. You'll see these under reach. And down at the bottom here, you'll see organic versus paid versus viral, and then they have a total line as well. Again, they're reflecting here, they're reflecting a 7-day time period. Ours is going to reflect on a day-by-day basis. We think that that's more valuable for our clients who are trying to measure the success of their activity, and seeing a direct correlation to the day that I took this activity to the day, the number of people that I reached on that day. We think that's a more valuable number than a rolling week period. So those are things that are in there now. You can choose whether you want to have that reflected by date or if you want to have it all aggregated. And then we'll just hit Add Chart and instantly see that reflected on the page. Once your Facebook page is connected to Engage121, we're pulling in that data and storing that data for you. So even if you don't have a Facebook Insights chart right now, if you go and create one, it will immediately populate with the data that we have available since your page was connected. Now, since this rolled out this week, some of the new metrics do not have a lot of historical data yet. So, for example, if we look at our organic and paid reach and so on, those are starting at the 13th and moving forward from that point. But that will continue to fill in as we move forward. Everything that had a direct correlation from an old metric to a new metric, like total likes, total views, unique views, those things have all been filled in for the historical data. So you have all of that available now. So again, you'll see this laid out as a table. Again, we've got it broken out into the different sections. You have the fans activity at the top, you have the views activity, and then you have the talking about this, the actual activity, the actual shares and so on down at the bottom. And all of this can be exported directly out to Excel. So we'll choose a page that we want to export this, so that if you want to slice and dice it in a different way, it's very easy to do that. So you can see all of those metrics laid out in a very clear and concise manner to report on in different ways if you need to. Now, as I mentioned, as we were starting off today, there is a multitude of data that's available in Facebook Insights. And just looking at the dashboard that you have natively, you can see that there is a lot that's available there. We obviously did not want to take every single metric and put it all on one page. So you'll see that we have, when you look at the insight settings, we have things broken out by different types of insights. So right now we have page level and post level. There are other things that we can do with this, like check-in specific insights and demographic specific insights and impressions versus unique reach and things along those lines. There are a lot of different things that we can do. However, we do not want it to become an overwhelming thing for our clients to come in and try to put something together. So we would love to hear from you in terms of what metrics you're currently using in Facebook, what things are important to you in terms of what you want to measure and track from your Facebook outreach and activity to help guide us in how we prioritize our the different insights that are available and how we group those things together in a way that's going to be most useful and beneficial for you. So please do reach out to us and let us know how you're using Facebook Insights now and how you'd like to do it more and moving forward. So that's the Facebook Insights component. Now the next thing I want to talk about is our new fans and followers chart. Important to note that the change we made here, I'm going to switch over into an enterprise account that has outlets so I can show you some of the larger components of this. We changed the feed that is feeding Facebook the Facebook likes count in our fans and followers chart to also use the Facebook Insights method. So you're going to see the same numbers now in your fans and followers chart that you would see in Facebook natively. So that's a change for us in how we're bringing that in. So the numbers that you see in your fans and followers chart are going to more closely match with the numbers that you would see in Facebook natively, particularly looking at the insights data. One thing that I will point out here in relation to Facebook Insights is that you do have to have at least 30 likes on your Facebook page in order for Facebook Insights to be available to you. Unfortunately, that's beyond our control. That's a Facebook-specific guideline. They do not enable Insights. You don't have that option, that chart natively in Facebook or through the API until you have at least 30 fans. So really, I mean, it's not a whole lot. So certainly, if any of you have a page that you need to get over the 30 fan limit, so that you can start making use of those insights, if you're just starting out, please just reach out to us. And obviously, between your colleagues and everyone that we have here in our office and whatnot, we should be able to get you over 30 fans quite quickly. So just an important thing to note. So if you have built a chart and you are seeing zeros, do confirm whether you have enough fans or not. Again, you will not be able to see Insights natively in Facebook. It will display a message for you saying that you need to have 30 fans before you can view that. So very easy to confirm that. Now back to the fans and followers chart. One of the big changes here is that when we now export a fans and followers chart out to Excel, we're going to give you all of the individual the data for all the individual pages that are being selected. So in this case, I don't have all of these pages connected to my corporate Engage121 account, but I do have these pages connected through my outlets. So by building a chart that is including coverage from my corporate pages as well as my outlet pages, I can put one clear table together that shows me all of the numbers across my corporate pages as well as my outlet pages, both from Facebook, from Foursquare, from Twitter, from whatever platforms I have connected, where I would have fans and followers. So I can export that and view that by day over time and see how those pages are performing. So that is available now. Whether you have outlets or not, the export will now give you the multiple pages laid out on individual lines like this. So that's in there for you. And again, in case you are not already aware, when I talk about setting up a chart for corporate users, for corporate coverage and outlet coverage, that is a setting that is at the top of your Evaluate tab. You can choose to edit the coverage that's being selected. You can choose to include your corporate coverage as well as individual outlets, or you can pick and choose. You can choose that you do not want to have corporate coverage included, and you only want to have outlet coverage from 2 out of your 5 outlets in this case. Hopefully you have more than 5 outlets, but that's where you would manage those settings to build a chart that is reflecting all of that data. Now, the last thing that I wanted to go over quickly before we adjourn is the Facebook voice bug that I talked about last week. Facebook has repaired that bug. This was a bug that was related to posting photos to Facebook. If you, as a page, if you had your voice selected as yourself instead of the page. So again, that has been fixed. Now, regardless of what you have your voice set as in Facebook, and again, anytime you're at a page, you're looking at a page that you are an admin of, you will see at the top of the page that you can change your voice between yourself, your personal profile, and the page. Again, that is to control how you post on the page, how you comment on the page, how you like things on the page. If you want to be doing it as the page, or if you want to be doing it as yourself, as an individual. So that has been completed. That is fixed. They published that fix earlier this week. So there, you should have no other issues with that. Again, it was very specific circumstances that had to be met in order to actually run into that. But they have repaired it. It is ready to go, and you shouldn't have any other issues. Again, thank you all for joining us for another weekly update. We do love to hear from you, and particularly in relation to the Facebook Insights that we were talking about today. Would love to hear how you are currently using that, how you would like to use that in the future, other things that you'd like to see measured there, and obviously anything that we can get or build through that Insights API. We look forward to doing it as long as we're doing it in a way that's going to be beneficial and not overwhelming. So please do reach out to us. You can contact Jenny. You can contact our support team. You can tweet us at Engage121. Find us on Facebook. Reach out and let us know. We always love to hear from you. And see how we can make a better product for you. At any rate, thank you again for joining us, and have a great weekend, everyone, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next Friday.